Hello everyone, my name is Anthony Jones Jr. and today I will be presenting on the topic from UCR to NIBRS, Enhancing Crime Data for Law Enforcement. This presentation focuses on the importance of online information in modern policing and how accurate crime reporting systems like the NIBRS help shape effective law enforcement strategies and community engagement. As data becomes more critical in law enforcement efforts, understanding the evolution from the traditional UCR system to the more robust NIBRS model is essential. First, the abstract. We can see that the transition from the Uniform Crime Reporting, or UCR, summary reporting system to the National Incident-Based Reporting System, or NIBRS, represents a significant evolution in crime data collection and transparency. With the UCR being in implementation for about 95 years, it is limited by certain things like the hierarchy rule, and the NIBRS can fill some of those gaps. So I just want to take a moment to look at some of these keywords listed below, and we will get right into the presentation. So what is UCR reporting? The Uniform Crime Reporting Program, or UCR, was established by the FBI in 1930 to provide a standardized way of collecting and presenting crime data across the entire United States. The primary system within UCR was the Summary Reporting System, which categorized crimes into two major groups: Part 1 crimes, like homicide and robbery, and Part 2 crimes, such as drug offenses or simple assaults. One of the key limitations of the UCR system is its use of the hierarchy rule. This rule only required the most serious offense in a single incident to be reported. For example, if a robbery and an aggravated assault occurred in the same incident, only the robbery would be recorded. This often resulted in an underreporting of actual criminal activity and an incomplete picture of what exactly law enforcement was really encountering on the ground. What is NIBRS reporting? In contrast to the UCR, the National Incident-Based Reporting System, or NIBRS, was designed to address some of these shortcomings. Launched in 1988 and made the national standard in 2021, NIBRS provides far more detailed crime data. It's an incident-based system, meaning it records each offense that occurs within a single incident, regardless of severity. NIBRS includes 52 Group A offenses, such as fraud, weapon violations, and sex crimes, and 10 Group B offenses. It collects data not just on what crime occurred, but also on some characteristics such as the location of the crime, time of day, weapon used, victim and offender demographics, and even their relationship. This kind of depth allows law enforcement agencies to develop a more accurate and actionable picture of crime in their communities. Now let's look at the major differences between these two systems. First, the most obvious change is that NIBRS does away with the hierarchy rule. Every offense in a criminal incident is reported, not just the most serious one. Second, the granularity of the data is much greater in NIBRS. UCR gave us monthly aggregates. NIBRS provides incident by incident detail. Third, NIBRS covers a broader range of crimes. While UCR focused mainly on 8 Part 1 offenses, NIBRS breaks down over 60 offenses into more refined categories. Finally, and most importantly, NIBRS adds depth by capturing contextual details, things like age, race, and gender of victims and offenders, whether drugs or weapons were involved, and where and when the incident happened. This shift represents not just a technological improvement, but a philosophical one, moving from basic data collection to a more analytical and strategic approach to public safety. So what does this transition to NIBRS mean for law enforcement agencies and the communities they serve? First, NIBRS offers a much more accurate depiction of crime trends. Agencies no longer miss smaller but important crimes like simple assault, identity theft, or drug violations just because they occurred alongside a more serious offense. Second, this detail-rich data supports better decision-making. It allows law enforcement leaders to identify patterns, like where certain crimes occur most frequently or which demographics are most affected, and to allocate resources accordingly. Third, it enhances accountability and transparency. Communities want to know what's going on in their neighborhoods. When citizens see that their police departments are reporting all crimes and not just the most serious ones, it builds public trust. Finally, because NIBRS is standardized and nationally supported, it allows for greater cooperation across jurisdictions. This means local, state, and federal agencies can better coordinate crime prevention strategies. As we've seen throughout this presentation, the availability of accurate, detailed crime data is absolutely critical to modern law enforcement efforts. The transition from the traditional UCR system to the more advanced NIBRS framework represents a meaningful shift, not just in how crime is reported, but in how agencies understand and also respond to it. NIBRS empowers law enforcement with richer and more comprehensive data, enabling better strategic decisions, stronger accountability, and more effective community engagement. At the same time, it gives the public a clearer window into the challenges facing their communities, building trust through transparency. As crime and technology evolve, our information systems must evolve with them. The adoption of NIBRS is a vital step in that direction, towards smarter, data-informed policing and safer, more informed communities. Thank you for your time and attention. I hope you have a blessed day.